Erev Shabbos, Parshas Mishpatim. We shift from the whole story element of the Torah. Bereshis, the whole Sefer Bereshis has like 3 mitzvahs, and then you come to Mishpatim, it's boom, boom, boom. The whole Shulchan Aruch, every rule that you have to hear, starting from an Eved Ivri to helping your friend unload his donkey, everything in between. You know the word that an enemy's donkey, you have to unload before your friend's donkey. Because the Bali must tell us that there's a Yetzer Hara saying, I don't like this guy, I'm not going to help him. He last time he cut me off on the road, now I'm going to help him fix his tire. Okay, Torah tells you, overcome your Yetzer Hara and fix his tire first, before. You have two. You have your friend, your friend the Russia, whatever Russia could mean, and your other friend the Tzaddik. You're my friend, and this guy, I don't like this guy. Overcome your Yetzer, fix his flat tire. I have a broader shaila, simple question, simple answer, it's a huge word. How come the Torah starts off telling us about Eved Ivri, halachas of Choshev Mishpat, Yeridea? Wouldn't it make sense to do like what the Reves of Cairo did in the Shulchan Aruch? Start with, how do you wake up in the morning? You say Moida'ani, you wake up like a lion. Which shoelace do I tie first? Halachas of Shachars, halachas of Tefillin, halachas of Tefillah, halachas of, like, what do you do during the day? Shabbos happens. We start talking about Yoivels with an Eved Ivri once every 60 years, once every 50 years. Shabbos, once every 7 days. Why does the Torah start with these halachas? And the vote is like this. When it comes to Choshev Mishpat, you have to compromise. Okay, that's what a bezdin is supposed to look for. Yeah, we have snow in Yerushalayim. That's what a good bezdin is going to try to find a compromise between the two tzadim, the two people who come to dinner. But when it comes to Chaim, what's tefillin? You don't start compromising with your tefillin. With Kriyas Shema, you think, today I want to lay my bar mitzvah parsha instead of Kriyas Shema. No, this is what you're supposed to do. If the Rebbe of Cairo had to switched it around, because he said, look, if we're going to start off teaching you things that you can not Chaimish with, then when it comes to the law, when it comes to Arachaim, I'm going to think, I can make my own cheshbainis here and twist things around. This is what Yisro was telling Moshe Rabbeinu last week. He told Moshe Rabbeinu that before you set up a courts, he said, go, tell Klal Yisrael this is what you have to do. And this Gemara B'Makama, that's Tzadi Tes, he tells us that Yisro was telling him the basic halachas of Ben Adam Lachaveiroi. You have to follow the law, don't steal, be nice, go to work, like regular Derech Eretz. Yisro was telling Moshe Rabbeinu that before you get to the halachas, the din, first, guys, you have to know Ben Adam Lachaveiroi. You have to treat your friend like a mensch. You have to treat yourself like a mensch. That always has to come first. And you know what? If people are going to be spending time with each other, acting Ben Adam Lachaveiroi, then Moshe Rabbeinu, that's going to save you more time than this whole court system that we're setting up. Because people aren't going to come to court over silly things. People are going to be mevater. That was just his first concept. He says, first lower the amount of people that are coming in. And then, by creating compromises, by teaching them in Adam Lachaveiroi, then you deal with the halacha. Look, this businesses are merging, we have to do this b'shalom. All the halachic factual stuff, that you'll have to set up a course, we'll have the system. But Adam Lachaveiroi is going to save you a lot of time, because people are going to make compromises. That has to come first. First, do Ben Adam Lachaveiroi with the compromises, and then you can move on to set up the court systems. But when the Torah teaches us no compromises. No compromises. These are the rules. Ben Adam Lachaveiroi, that you can make compromises. Okay, that's the part. I just heard a story about Rav Chaim Kanievsky Shlita. He was Ben Adam Lachaveiroi. I want to hear what this is. Rav Chaim has a Seder limud every day. He has a quota. He has a certain amount of daf Gemara that he has to learn every day. And part of his cheshbon is that he goes to shul. He has that little bridge over to the Letterman shul. He sits down and he finishes a couple of daf before tefillah begins. However long that takes. And there's one yid in the shul who's makbid. He took it upon himself that he sets up Rav Chaim's Gemara for him. It's a big schus. And he opens it up to the page, whatever, that's what he's up to. He puts it, I don't know if he opens up to the page. He puts the Gemara on the standard, whatever Rav Chaim's learning. One of Rav Chaim's grandchildren noticed that Rav Chaim had the wrong Gemara open. He said, Zayd, this is not what you're learning. And Rav Chaim said, you know what, you're right. It's not what I'm learning. That you gave me a Gemara. This is where he thinks I'm holding. I'm not going to go to the shelf and take out a different Gemara when the Yid went out of his way to give me a Gemara to learn from. So it's the wrong Gemara, Beseder. Okay. It's not Rav Chaim doesn't necessarily need to read it inside, although he does. It's a good word. Even when you know by heart, read it inside. You know, you'll find it. Maybe I'll be appreciate the people around us. We'll always have good friends. We'll be a good friend. And then our Bati Din will be empty. Because Hashem, when Mashiach comes very soon. Boruch Hu Elokeinu Shebranu Li V'Avoidoi Boruch Hu Elokeinu Shebranu Li V'Avoidoi V'Tilanu Min HaToim V'Nosal V'Avadu Torah Semes Good Shabbos.